Oh hey, welcome back. Picking up where we last left off, I'm pretty sure I was in Toronto?
And when you drive up, there you go into that row. Okay, you're have a squat, down the center, step it up, squat. Back down, squat. And you got that switch sides.
Oh. Oh. Fuck. Something special's coming. So cute. Can we talk about the fact that I'm PMSing right now and my breasts look fantastic? I wish they looked like this more often. You agree? This morning I woke up feeling kind of anxious. I just feel like I need to take a minute to listen to some really chill music and just free write what I'm thinking, because this is something else that I want to do more of. I just feel like I need to write out my thoughts and pinpoint triggers as to why I start to feel this way, if I can figure it out. All right, here you go.
Thank you.
So I've been clearly really bad at vlogging, and I apologize for that. It just is gonna take me a little while to get back into the swing of things and pulling out the camera every once in a while. But I'm about to head in to have a little session with Chani Nicholas, which I'm really excited about. I know that she maybe is gonna try and do a birth chart for me, but it's a little complicated since my birthday is like not for sure, and also I don't know what time I was born or anything. I barely even know where exactly I was born, like the exact location, but I'm interested to hear what she has to say. Okay, so, oh, my back hurts. I need to get a better work chair. Hi, it's present day me. I'm popping in because I just mentioned in the vlog how I went and saw Chani Nicholas, but I never documented or talked about what she said. And a lot of you guys actually on Instagram, when I mentioned it, were like super interested, and I was really happily surprised at how many people were interested. So Chani is an astrologer who typically does like birth charts, and I knew going into this as an adoptee, not knowing all that information, not knowing the exact time that I was born, not knowing the exact location of where I was born, that she wouldn't be able to do her full chart. But she was able to give me a little bit of information based off of the date that I have, and that even if I were born like a couple days before, a couple days after, these would still be true. And even in our discussion together talking about these things, it made a lot of sense, and we both kind of agreed. We were like, yeah, this seems like it's your chart. So there's only so much she could tell me, but I still felt like it was a lot, and if anything, kind of confirmed certain things that I already felt. So if you're interested in this, feel free to keep watching. If you're not, feel free to skip ahead. I don't know how much more is left in this vlog, but let's do this. So I'm a Pisces. I was born on February 22nd, 1984. At least we're pretty sure I am, was. And I'm a Pisces, so that means I'm creative, I'm intuitive, I am very sensitive, and I've always considered myself kind of an empath. Ever since I learned what that word meant. If you have a certain energy, I tend to absorb that energy, or like you're feeling some kind of way, I tend to like somehow take on that energy, like whether it's nervous or angry or what have you. If I'm around really happy people, I'm really happy, and then I go home and then I crash. But yeah, anyway, one of the things that she said that I thought was really like a great way to put it is that we're very porous, or Pisces tend to be very porous, so we absorb, and that can be really helpful or it can be really detrimental. So I think in some ways it's helpful because we can kind of go anywhere and be with anyone and absorb and morph into anything. But she also said that, and again, I can't remember based off of my notes whether this was something she said was specific to like my chart or if like specific to Pisces altogether, but that we're very go with the flow and we want to morph into whatever is happening, but then go away and morph into something else, which I think is very accurate. Like it seems very fickle. But there's something also very alluring about Pisces. Like if you think about like a fish in water, it's kind of like, oh, you see it and then you want to follow it, but it goes away so fast that you didn't get a chance to like catch it. And then some technical things that she said that I don't fully understand, but this is what she said, is that my sun is an exact trine with Pluto. So apparently it's like directly connected to the power source of Pluto. Apparently Pluto is a very powerful planet. She also said that Jupiter is blessing my sun. So Jupiter apparently is like the planet of abundance and fertility, that she said, you have an abundance to a blessing that is naturally there. And that's just kind of nice to hear. So she was saying that basically when you look at the chart that she would say that this life is protected, that she could see a lot of difficult stuff, but that there's an incredible stamina. Like I've built up a great stamina because of the things that I've gone through. So my moon, the moon apparently is like the way we live our life, our experiences, home, family, emotions, our ability to feel stable and secure, grounded, safe, or not. Apparently my Pluto is in Scorpio, or my moon is sitting next to Pluto in Scorpio, but that I also have Saturn and Mars next to each other, so they're all like strung together, I feel like. Again, don't fully understand, but that's my understanding. Wait, don't fully understand, but that's my understanding? All right, moving on. I guess because of all that stuff, basically, this is what she says. And some of this is super accurate that I'll tell you. I am someone that if I decide to go for something, someone else will have a very hard time telling me otherwise, which is so true. But something else that you and I both know is that this also means I will tend to hit an energetic wall. So I will be go, 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 but then I'll crash and I'll need to, you know, find my way back to find balance. And when she said balance, I was like, this is my word of like the year or the last 2 years. Like, I have been trying to find balance. I'm pretty sure I've mentioned it in vlogs. Like, I have a vlog called Finding Balance. Like, it's something that I struggle with a lot. And for her to like confirm that, she was just like, your energy is always gonna be extreme. So at one end or the other. And that I will always, it'll always be hard for me to find that middle ground, and I'll have to learn how to do that. I was just like, yeah, I will. Something else that she said, I'm not telling you guys everything that she said because some of it is just for me to know, but some of it I feel like is general. Like, a lot of us go through this. I have a huge hunger, but that I also have a feeling of self-denial or not being deserving. And that is something that I feel like a lot of us have, but maybe in some ways some of us have it to a bigger extreme, or that it's harder for us to overcome it. But for me, I feel like I have a lot of dreams and aspirations and goals, and I, to an extent, believe I'm capable of doing certain things, but I also in some ways feel like I'm undeserving of a certain success or undeserving of certain relationships or that kind of thing. So that can apply to certain different levels of life. But I think that we all have some of that in us, where it's like, you know, you dare to dream. And I always encourage people to dream. I feel like if I hadn't dreamt, like, I wouldn't be here. But I think the part that I need to work on, and that maybe a lot of us need to work on, is not dimming our own shine, like not letting our self-doubt keep us from succeeding and reaching amazing things, goals. She said, depression is huge with this chart because you're so sensitive, because of the self-denial and that feeling of rejection. Like, apparently, like, from my understanding, even if I hadn't been like an abandoned child, like, I already kind of have rejection and that feeling of being undeserving built in. One of the things I think that she was basically telling me that I need to work on is to reclaim that feeling of that abandoned self, that like feeling of being undeserving, and make it feel safe and make it feel like it's not going to lose out. Okay, so the last thing I think I'm gonna share with you that she said in this cycle that I'm in, that's coming to a close in the next like 2 years. The way I'm living my life is about distilling everything that I've learned in the last like 30 years. Guys, I'm gonna be 35 this month. Like, like my life is just not where I thought it would be at 35, in a good way. Like, it's funny to think about younger selves and like think about where your younger self thought her life should be by the age of 30. Like, for example, I thought I would have kids and be married at this point in my life, and that's not what I want right now. Yeah, anyway, whatever transition I'm going through now until like spring 2020 is what's gonna mark the next decade of my life. Like, everything that I've learned is like distilled down to this seed, and then it's being replanted. Like, this is gonna be the new me, the new brighter me, and that's just where I am. And it's, again, it's one of those things where I kind of already felt like I was in a transition period. Like, you guys probably sense it too, that I'm just in this new phase of life, and I'm now in this year feeling really refreshed and excited, and yeah, I feel good about where I am in my life, and I feel very clear this year. Towards the end of last year, I just got all of a sudden more clear. It's like the fog lifted for a second, and I was just like, oh, this is where I should be. Like, I feel like I've grown to understand a lot more about myself and where I am, and like what it means, and what I want and who I am. And in my 20s, I feel like I just knew who I was, or just was like without being conscious, if that makes any sense. Like I kind of had a confidence about me and in my life and what I was doing, but I didn't fully understand why. And it took going through a lot of things over the last couple years to challenge me to understand why I am the person I am now. I hope that makes sense. I feel like it kind of just got really deep, and I didn't necessarily mean for it to go there, but like, yeah, it's just like having a deeper understanding of self right now is really refreshing. And it's also allowed me to, I think, have better relationships with my friends and the people that I hold close, and the friendships that I have and relationships I just have in general. So yeah, I'm really like happy with where I am in my life right now. So I think that's all I really have to say about astrology and that. I don't have that much more vlog footage, but what other updates do I have for you? I included a little bit of footage with Angie, who's my new trainer that I started seeing in November. I think I started going to her before I went to Japan. And I basically wanted to challenge myself to do more fitness wise, because as much as I love Pilates and continue to do it, I try to go twice a week still. I just felt like I wanted to push myself a little bit more to see if I could, you know, just get a little bit more fit. Why not? I'm turning 35, like I said. I just want to be in like the best fitness that I ever have been. English. And so I started seeing Angie because I'm the type of person that when it comes to workouts, that is the only time you can tell me what to do. I will let you tell me what to do. I need somebody that's gonna tell me how to do an exercise properly and will understand if I need to stop, like that I need to stop. Because I have a hard time pushing past a certain point because my breathing and my heart or whatever just can't take it. And I get to the point where I actually like throw up because I'm so like, I'm pushed over my limit. And now I have to understand, and I'm growing to understand where my limit is and where I need to stop. Like if my heart rate or something gets to a certain point, like that's where I need to go. I've tried to do certain HIIT classes or whatever, and it's too much for me. I have to end up leaving the class because I get physically ill, or like I feel like I'm gonna pass out, and I will pass out if I'm not careful. There are probably other health aspects that I need to listen into to understand that, but that's why I've hired someone to help me kind of find that understanding. So yeah, long story long, I started seeing a different trainer, and I'm really excited because I was doing a lot of traveling, so I wasn't able to see her super consistently, but now that I'm back, I feel like I have enough time to get into the groove of things, and now we can really try and make progress and find consistency. So I'm excited to see, you know, the changes and grow stronger and all of that. So that's been really fun for me. What else is there to update you on? I don't feel like there's that much. I think it's clear in this video and then in my London, Paris vlog that I've kind of been really enjoying photography, which I think is also why I'm having a hard time getting back in the swing of vlogging. Like I'm really enjoying just like taking photos. It allows you to be more in the moment, be more present. You capture it for a second and then you go back to enjoying your thing. I'll do a separate video talking about camera stuff, not too technically because I'm not a very technical person in that aspect, but I know that a lot of people have been asking about my photos. And I'm curious, by the way. People have been saying that my photos aren't showing up in your feed on Instagram. And even on YouTube, people are saying like they've missed like my last 6 videos or something like that. So I'm not one to be like, ring the bell and like all that stuff. Do whatever you want. I don't care. If you want to watch, watch. If you don't, that's fine. But I'm just curious because that was something I found frustrating, in that people, you know, just are like, oh, you're only uploading sponsored content kind of thing. I think that there's like a sense of neglect, or like, I don't know, I think some people feel like that I just don't give a shit anymore and therefore I just upload sponsored content. But I post on Instagram almost daily and I'm like there to interact. Like I love Instagram. I've really been enjoying taking photos, but like, I guess if people aren't interacting with the photos, like, or interacting with me, that it doesn't show up. So I don't want anybody to feel like I'm neglecting anyone. That's not my intention. It's that I feel like I'm being as present as I can be on social media in the way that makes me feel comfortable. And I also have jobs. They're just like, hey, we want to work with you. And I'm like, you know what? I do want to work with. I'm really excited about this product. Or like, I really care about this video and the message that it brings. It is what it is, and I am here to create. I want to do better, but I also want to grow so much outside of this channel because I know that we are capable of so much more. This is a very small box that has become something since I started YouTube, and there's so much more out there. Why restrict ourselves? So hopefully keep you along for the journey, and maybe you'll still find me interesting, and if you don't, that's fine too. We grow and we change. But I appreciate those of you who have stuck by me for so long. I don't have anything else to say other than I appreciate you as much as I can from this side of the screen. So yeah, that's my video for today. I have so much work to do. Shit. Yeah, I think that's all I gotta say. My back is really killing me. I gotta go get out of this chair because I'm hurting, and I have so much other stuff that I need to get ready for upcoming months, and I want to produce content that isn't sponsored. So yeah, I'm gonna work on that, and hopefully you'll see that very soon. Thanks. Bye. Thanks for watching. Appreciate you. I really do.